an actual two-step.
Yeah.
Facebook has two-step, but nobody uses it.
Yeah, nobody uses it for Facebook.
Facebook
It's
has
always
a two-step?
asking me like, "Hey, you should protect your Facebook and give us your phone number." I'm like, I see your game there, Facebook. I ain't playing that shit.
I put two-step on my Google account, but that's because my Google account's actually important to me.
Yeah, I have two-step on my Google.
Guys, I want to listen to Jeff Bridges' new album because it looks weird.
I hear
So
it's
is
not
that
bad.
what those ads are about on YouTube? Because
Yeah,
those
that's
ads
where
keep
he's like, I
confusing
like to
me.
listen to strange sounds.
Intriguing
He pulls out a
It's like
flute.
he made it's like an album that's supposed to help you go to sleep. I don't know if that's a good selling point. Like my music is so boring, it's gonna put you to sleep.
Well, the thing is, that means it's good then, because it's on purpose. You know what I mean? If it's trying
True.
to... You know who else did that? Marilyn Manson, except for scary movies. He did that for Ghosts of Mars.
You know,
He made music with subliminal sounds in it that is supposed to make you scared.
huh?
Even though that movie wasn't scary and Ice Cube was a badass.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I hear Jeff Bridges talking, I always feel like
He's a wise old sage.
well,
He's
that,
always
and he
playing
has
his
grapes in
character
his
from
mouth.
Tron.
Mm.
I feel like he's a wise man, but he always has grapes in his mouth when he talks.
Yeah, what was that movie he was in where he was like the cowboy and he was with like
True
the little
Grit.
girl?
Cowboys
Grit.
versus aliens. No, True Grit.
Grit?
True Grit.
All right.
Yeah,
PT?
okay. This isn't gonna work for the podcast, but like this is exactly what you're talking about with his grapes in his mouth.
Oh, it does. In Chicago, I always like listening to things with
True Grit was like the pinnacle of him and not being able to like enunciate words.
Oh, Tron is here. Oh,
Yeah,
Tron
I've only
was
seen-
3 years ago and nobody cares anymore.
I've
love
only
that
seen one clip from the original True Grit.
I really like Tron
Yeah.
Legacy. I wish they would have made the second one where what's his name would have been the bad guy. The son? What's that guy? Scarecrow?
They're still gonna make that movie. I don't care.
It's
What's
been
his
in, like,
name?
pre-production
What's his name? Scarecrow.
forever.
He's in
Cillian Murphy.
no,
Yeah,
Cillian Murphy. There we go. Yeah, you're right.
I just call him Scarecrow. He's always
Just
Scarecrow.
gonna say
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow in a suit. Man
sure
wearing a
they
burlap
want-
sack.
Although I love that man as an actor, I'm sure whoever casted him, what's his name? Christopher Nolan was like, who looks like a scarecrow? Ah, Cillian Murphy.
Speaking of Cillian Murphy, you guys should check him out in the Netflix series
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. Yeah,
I have not seen it, but I want.
Yeah, I have it on my queue. I just have not watched it yet.
it's good.
I'm trying to finish Supernatural. I'm on season 9 finally, so
Oh my
I heard
God.
Supernatural's dope.
Dope.
I really like it. I enjoy it a lot. Now I can understand the fandom.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, this new thing sucks.
New thing.
Where are the sound effects?
They're still there.
No,
Yeah.
they're not.
There they are.
You need to add apps or
You have
something.
to download
Nope,
the
not
app
gonna
and then
do
you
it.
have to
See,
open
this is
it.
how they get you. All right, they start with
Jesus Christ.
which one is it? Is it the Soundation? Soundation? Is
It's
that it?
the
It's Soundation.
Soundation.
Don't you lie to me.
It's not the Soundation. It's the Google. It's
This is
Google
not the
effects.
Soundation.
What is happening?
No.
It's not
Inception
Google
noise.
effect because it's not Google. Oh wait, it is.
Oh my
Google
God.
effect.
No.
God. So many things happening.
Okay. This is happening again.
That's the thing that's happening on my face. Yes.
All right.
I don't
So-
want that. Oh. I want this.
No parking, man.
Alright, so
Clearly
I
nothing's
have-
changed.
a PS4 and a Wii U.
I have a PC and I have a 3DS now, and
3DS
That's my
is
next
good.
gen console.
I have my laurels to fall on.
My $250 Pokemon machine.
I have more than just Pokemon for my 3DS, for the record.
One day I'll
Yeah,
finally
man.
get Fire Emblem Awakening, but I'm just like, no.
I
The
do
game
have
never
my
goes
PS
on
Vita.
sale ever, so.
Oh yeah, Vita also. I'm waiting for the new 3DS XL to get a 3DS finally.
That sucks. It won't even play some of the older games.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's why.
Damn right.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, there
isn't
it is.
supposed to
That's the
play
one I was
like
looking
all
for.
the new games, or all the old games except for like old 3DS?
Listen, I have my 3DS, and I also have the boat thing with the other joystick thing, so I'm fine.
The boat
Oh,
thing?
the Circle Pad Pro.
Yes, that's that thing.
Yeah.
I like playing Kingdom Hearts with it.
See,
And I like-
It worries me that you refer to it as a boat.
it looks like a boat.
it looks like a boat. It really does. See,
It's like strapping a 3DS XL behind your regular 3DS.
I'm not
It's that big.
so concerned with the new 3DS not being able to play older games, mostly because I haven't played those older games, so I don't care.
So what older games are we talking about, though? Like, from what period?
I literally don't know.
The very beginning of the 3DS era, which is like
So
2009?
well then I have Star Fox 64. I don't want that blocked out.
Well, I mean, you have a 3DS that works. I wouldn't
Yeah, just don't
I
get rid
wouldn't
of
trade
the
that in.
3DS.
The only time it would actually be necessary to use a new 3DS is for Xenoblade, if you really want to play that.
I want to play Xenoblade.
Yeah, me too. I missed it on the Wii, so I'm just gonna get a 3DS.
Yeah, I don't want to buy a Wii because I don't.
And I'm hoping that there's gonna be some new Metroid game coming out for the new 3DS. So I'm just covering all my bases.
There will not.
Eh,
There never is.
I'm gonna hold on to my Wii U in the hopes of the new Star Fox game.
I want to get a Wii U.
Wii U's are nice.
It's a nice
Currently-
paperweight. Oh, burn!
Currently, the Metroid Prime trilogy is $10.
Yes. There's a couple. I just want it. I want it for the virtual console because you got your Super Mario World. You got your all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, Sergio, do you
What?
have a PS4 or an Xbox One?
I don't have either. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot. I do have an Xbox One.
Yeah. I
just
added
don't
you
play it.
on it.
That's pretty bad.
It's just like my brother plays it, and I could play it anytime I want. But I like my PC a lot better.
I have Xbox One. I have like Halo and stuff. I have not played it at
See,
all.
the thing is, I have Halo, and it was great for about 30 minutes, and then I kind of migrated back here. You know how fun Wolfenstein is?
The New Order. I
New
heard it was really
Wolfenstein?
fun.
It's
Awesome.
super great. It's right up my alley.
It's
So far,
perfect because
Bethesda
it's
as a
exactly
publisher
like it
has-
should be.
Bethesda as a publisher has been just knocking it out for me.
No, that's good. Shane, are you going to pick up Elder Scrolls Online when it comes out for PS4?
It's free.
It's
No,
No,
free.
you have to buy it. You have to
Yeah,
buy it.
it's buy to play, but there's no subscription fee.
Hopefully, it's as good as the other MMO that I currently own, Guild
DC
Wars
Universe
2.
Online. Dude, I have Guild Wars 2. Like my account got hacked
Yeah.
such a long time ago.
I would go back to Guild Wars 2 if my account hadn't been hacked.
Yeah. For the
expansion.
record, Jordan said the correct answer, but I wanted to spend I just wanted to say something else for another game who doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah, Guild Wars 2 really doesn't
I-
get enough credit.
Elder Scrolls, no.
Seriously,
Sadly
though,
enough,
DC
I've
Universe
cut
Online
all
is the best.
MMOs out of my life because I do not have time for them.
I don't have time for anything either.
Yeah, same.
I have SO. Like, I bought it, and I've literally never played it. It's sitting on my I bought it because they had the whole like pre-order deals and stuff, and then
Yeah.
like other games just came along, and I never got around to playing it. So I'm excited because I'm like, hell yeah! Now I don't have to pay a subscription.
Yeah, like part of the reason why I didn't want to play SO is because, well, I didn't want to pay for it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's exactly what it was. Like, I felt like it was a good game, but it wasn't worth paying $15 a month for when I played it in beta. So this is like the perfect world, you know. That's exactly what I was looking for.
I
Yeah.
tell you what, the old Republic got better after sucking for being a free to play model.
It did
The
get
free-
better, even
Did it get
though
better?
it took them introducing an old character to make it better. But
It did, but you
it
know,
worked.
it did. It did suck real bad when it first went to free to play.
I mean, to be fair, you still can't fucking play the thing outside of the story.
That's all I play it for, really. That's it. I don't
So-
I don't like MMOs when I have to be with other people.
Yeah, same here.
My
I
really
my,
don't.
my thing is, I feel like they should have just named it Knights of the Old Republic 3 and been done with it.
In
That's
the interviews, he was saying like, "This is just like that. This is Knights of the Republic 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you want, baby."
Yeah, but except you gotta be
Because
playing with other
technically,
people.
there's a different main storyline for every single character class.
I'm just gonna forever believe that was the actual quote.
Baby, he says that at the end.
Maybe. Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
Then
not-
I didn't get the interviewer.
yeah. That game is for the lazy MMO or players like me.
true.
For half a second, I thought you were gonna say for the ladies. I was like,
No.
that doesn't make sense.
Game is
Don't get
for the
Gamergate up in
ladies.
this. Come on.
Oh God,
But
You know, Hack Squad.
there's so much misinformation with that particular thing.
Yeah.
both
I don't think we should get into that.
I'm not. That's all I'm gonna
Did
say.
you guys say Gamersgate?
Nope.
Because
Whatever we're named now
'cause,
does not
like-
endorse Gamergate.
like girls are always like dumb and stuff. They have cooties. That's why we hate them. Because we want to keep the stereotype of guy gamers.
I mean, everybody's
only.
talking about like the sexism and stuff. It just comes down to cute cooties. Like, honestly.
It really
Yeah.
comes down to cooties. We hate girls so much that we want to destroy their lives because their cooties are so intense. It's like palpable.
Yeah,
Their
I mean,
germs are going to destroy us all.
the germs are gonna destroy us, and they don't want to date me. They're just dumb.
hmm So anytime I read anything and I find out it's from a girl video game writer, I immediately take a hot shower and peel off my skin like Two-Face, but only half of my skin. And
Yes, because of
Like
just
one face.
the one half of your face.
half of my penis.
I think Two-Face would actually be pretty happy if you could peel off half his skin. Instead, he's stuck with it.
Instead of foreskin, he has two skin.
Rumple foreskin.
Yes.
Rumple foreskin?
Yes.
And penis jokes have officially made it into the podcast.
Wait, are
Uh,
we recording this?
No, we're not recording.
Oh, I'm
Jesus
recording it.
Oh, okay.
It's all being recorded.
Okay.
We replace the casual racism with casual sexism. So,
In case,
step up or not?
for the record,
we have
none
to
of
be
us.
current.
Well, I don't support Gamersgate. I'm
That's
sure
what I was
these
saying
guys do.
earlier. Whatever we're named now, whatever that may be, does not
Gamers
endorse Gamergate, docking of penis foreskins, or any other thing that we've mentioned so far on the podcast.
Videogate.
If there's anything I endorse ethics in journalism,
There you
Mm.
go.
specifically games journalism.
I endorse keeping racial stereotypes alive.
I also endorse that because I love fried chicken.
I'm just kidding.
Not afraid.
Well, you know what? I do too, and I don't want you to take that away from me.
Fried chicken watermelon, delicious.
I don't want to say that all black people should stop eating fried chicken, but I just want you to stop because you'll take it away from me.
Okay, serious question then, based on back to the whole next gen consoles thing.
Mhm.
They've been out for like a year and a
2
half
years.
now,
Almost 2 years, yeah.
almost 2 years. How do you guys feel about the gaming libraries for them?
Still kind
That's
of
exactly why I haven't picked one up.
Thank you, Cody, for
There's still a severe lack of like
good
first party
game.
games that are worth it.
You know
Yeah.
what? You know what this new generation has slowly been convincing me to do is to get a Vita so I can play indie games on the go.
Dude, Vitas are fantastic.
Because
They
I,
are
I really,
fantastic.
as much as cool as it is to play a bunch of indie games on my PC for like 20 cents each, I'd rather play them on somewhere more comfortable than my chair. And
Yeah,
on the,
like right now, I could go and play Grim Fandango Remastered on my Vita, like
Mhm.
right now.
Like, what other
while lying
console
in
would
bed.
let you customize your screens so that they're all different and they're all spaced out? And you can play Jet Set Radio, the original?
You see, I've literally not done that to my Vita. I just used I just used like the Four Seasons.
I keep seeing everybody on places I read like customizing their Vitas with the little special backgrounds and placing their icons in certain ways, and I'm like, it looks cool.
you know what I
wanna
hate
do
about
that,
this new
but it's
generation?
incredibly nerdy.
Yeah, I mean, I customize where each icon goes and all that, but I have not like made each and every background different or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I like the pre-made stuff. It's already nice.
Yeah.
This new generation of games, the thing I hate the most is they're like 50 gigs of stuff you have to
50
download.
gig space.
50 gigs of nothing in it.
Yeah.
Hashtag Destiny.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Preach.
We're not talking about Destiny on today's podcast because that would lead to a 2-hour discussion.
I
Shit.
stopped playing Destiny.
I would like to play Destiny.
It was fun while my brother was still in the United States, but since he's deployed, I have not played Destiny.
I gotta tell you, that's exactly how I feel for Borderlands. I don't like playing it alone. It's too boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a co-op game.
Yeah, well,
Definitely.
granted, I played through that freaking game like 3 times by myself.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't have that attention span because like the worst part about Borderlands and Borderlands 2, and I'm sure the same thing for Borderlands the pre-sequel, is like getting from one spot all the way
Oh,
to
yeah.
wherever you have
Yeah.
to go.
They made the maps way too big.
They
all
gotta
of them.
they
They
gotta
really
make
like
a
fast
quick
travel.
travel to the places you haven't been yet.
if they added fast travel, it would make Borderlands so much better.
Yes, for me, because
Thank you for mentioning.
that's the reason why I stopped.
Thank you for mentioning Borderlands because that's one of my main issues so far with the whole next generation consoles.
Oh, the re-releases
we're
of
getting
every game.
I
Remakes
believe,
of everything.
I believe it was Dan Stapleton from IGN who coined the phrase remasturbation,
Yeah, he did.
Mhm.
and that's what is happening. And you know what? I'm buying the Borderlands 2 Handsome Edition.
Here's the thing, just like
Goddamn
everyone,
fool.
I don't like how much stuff they're doing, but if they would have done certain things, I definitely will buy it. So if
Yeah.
they do Mass Effect, I'm definitely gonna buy
Yeah,
it, all three of
that,
them.
that's usually the thing.
That's
Everyone's
something
like,
that's
oh,
old enough, though, in my opinion. Like Mass
Yeah.
Effect, that makes sense.
Yes.
Stuff like Borderlands or things like that were literally just out like a year or two ago.
If they
They're
made
putting it out
Dark
with,
Souls
like,
2.
very slightly different graphics.
if they made Mass Effect 1 like Mass Effect 2 for Xbox One or PS4, man, I would just buy an Xbox One or PS4 again.
If I bought Dark Souls 2 for my PS4, that would be the 4th time that I've bought Dark Souls 2. That's how stupid everything is now.
yeah, but see, one of the problems with the whole remastering thing is
Wait
that
for Bloodborne.
I am waiting for
Yeah.
Bloodborne, but what's going to stop me from getting Dark Souls 2?
I don't know, bro.
absolutely nothing. Well, your paycheck. That's what's stopping you. That's what stop you from doing it.
True.
But yeah, the whole thing with remastering, everyone doesn't like it unless it's a game that they want.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a hypocrite.
Like, DMC, I don't give a shit, but the fact that they hit Devil May Cry 4 underneath that, I get it.
Do you have any idea how much I love that game, DMC?
Dude, I love DMC.
That game.
so
I
much.
like
is
DMC, but Devil May
incredible.
Cry 4 is.
Yeah, no, Devil May Cry.
Devil May
Like,
Cry
I'm gonna
4.
love. I love Devil May Cry 4, but DMC gets a lot of hate for no reason. It's a good game. It's a solid game.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I played Devil May Cry 4, and it sucked. And I like DMC, and I think that game was dope.
Okay, I disagree with the Devil May Cry 4 thing.
I'm gonna be completely honest. That game is too Japanese for me,
it is very Japanese.
and
It
also, it's too fast for me. So the tiny bit that tiny bit that they slowed it down for DMC made it perfect for me. So that's why I'm pretty biased for that, because I'm not as good as everyone else who plays DMC 4.
It's actually funny that it's slowed down because Platinum is known for, like, fast.
Oh yeah, like see, that's a fair assessment.
Platinum Games didn't make DMC.
I thought
Yeah,
that
it was Ninja Theory.
It was Ninja Theory. They are my
That's
favorite developer that doesn't get enough credit for anything. I love Heavenly Sword. I love DMC. I love Enslaved. Those games were my shit.
I've always wanted to play Enslaved.
You know who was
really
who was a part of Heavenly Sword and Enslaved? It was Andy Serkis.
Oh, that is true.
He directed both of those games, he directed the first one, and he was acted in both of them.
Yeah,
he was the boss, wasn't he? He was the last boss in Heavenly Sword.
Yeah, he was the main bad guy, and so you saw a lot of him in Heavenly Sword, and he was the main character in Enslaved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a fan of him before he did any of this stuff, girl. Before he was in Marvel, before he was in
famous.
Star Wars, before he was famous.
Yeah, like just for the spectacle fighter genre, I've just always loved it. Like Bayonetta 2 is so good.
Yeah.
Like
I won't be able to get into that, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's if you can't handle the fast-paced games, you won't be able to do Bayonetta 2.
See, I like Japanese games, but only when they're JRPGs.
It's a very
action
Japanese,
games
very
I just can't get into, and unless they're Metal Gear Solid, I can get into that.
Like Revengeance.
Well, that one was harder for me because it was starting to get too Japanese.
Yeah, it's a really Japanese game.
So I was like, oh man, it's too intense, and then it was kind of hard to play for me. So I just had to slow down to a stop for that game.
Just a quick shout out for Metal Gear Revengeance 2. Hopefully.
From the Game Show.
Hopefully.
I will try to replay Revengeance so I can try to get to that game.
Yeah, Revengeance is really, really good. Like even if you're not a Metal Gear fan, if you enjoy spectacle fighters, then you'll like Revengeance.
But you know what game's gonna be dope? Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm so glad it's on PC.
Oh my god,
Have you
it's
guys
gonna be
seen
great.
all the hilarious mods people have made for Ground Zeroes?
Yeah.
You can change out like pretty much every texture and like make the characters look different and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely hilarious.
See, that game is already hilarious, but the fact that they let you go at it is gonna make it great.
Oh
Yeah.
god, some of the mods have just been ridiculous. Like one of them had like Kojima and
Well, see, that's why Kojima's a great guy, because he understands.
Yeah, like, he knows what people want to do. He
Yeah.
does it for the people.
You
He does
still
it for
like you
you.
can still like make goats go to your home base.
Mhm.
Yes. Like I know Metal Gear gets a lot of flack for being convoluted or whatever.
No, it doesn't. Nobody gives a fat flap.
Metal Gear Solid is untouchable and loved by all. So
I don't give
say
a fuck what anybody
Sergio.
says. I love every single one of those games.
But here's the thing I never understood. It confuses people, and it makes perfect sense to me.
It makes perfect sense to me. They confuse people because they stop and skip games. No, you have to get the PSP versions, all of them. You have to get the main series. You can just Wikipedia Metal Gear 1 and 2 because no one is able to play those anymore unless they have subsistence, which no one owns PS2s anymore, so no.
Unless you own the Metal Gear Legacy collection,
collection.
like
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do.
I couldn't bring myself to buy it because I own most of those games.
No, I own them all as well, but I
Yeah.
bought it anyway.
Unlike you guys, I have a fair. You know how hard it is for me to buy anything. It's so hard.
True.
Well, so, in that respect, Sergio, you and me are opposites because I can't stop buying things.
The price of
I-
entry is rather high for next gen consoles.
This is a true story. I bought a Master Sword just because.
Like a real life one?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a replica. It's sitting right behind me as we speak.
Yeah,
I
a
bought
replica,
swords,
real
too.
one.
Like I could stab people with it.
You
but-
know what? You know what place you shouldn't go to? Is this? There's like a swap meet for nerds basically in LA. It's called Frederick's, I think it's called. But anyway,
That
basically they
sounds
just have figurines everywhere. They have comic books everywhere. They have replica swords. They have independent companies that make awesome jackets and stuff like that. Where it's just like a guy and his wife making these stuff, and they look awesome. And they only open like twice a week for like half the day, and it's super awesome.
Okay, figurines I can't do just because I don't know what I do with the figurine.
I don't give a fuck. I like figurines.
Like I have a bunch of amiibos sitting behind me, but they're cool to look at, I guess.
I'm just saying. And they even have like a Magic the Gathering section for you to play. Like they have
Okay.
tables set up, and
That's nice.
and Pokemon and whatever game you want, but mostly it's Magic the Gathering.
Another game that I've yet to learn how to play.
Yeah, me neither.
Hey, if anybody ever wants to learn, I have a ton of cards.
I remember one of my friends tried it, was like teaching me, but I immediately forgot.
I make up
Yeah.
fake rules and play by
Oh, so-
none of
so
the
it's like-
actual official rules.
So it's like playing Ultimate Yu-Gi-Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
where everything's made up and the points don't matter. It's
Pretty
basically who's
much.
landed anyway.
What you do is you drop the card, and whichever card looks dopest, you punch the other person in the face, and that's how you win a battle.
That's how you win. I remember there was an episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime where this dude has a force field, and it was indestructible. So what Yugi does is puts down a card that creates a rainbow, and he had his character ride the rainbow over the shield and attack the dude directly.
I want you to
Goddamn
know.
on motorcycles!
I want you to know that show, technically speaking, is the boringest show ever because all that is just a hologram.
Yeah, it is.
That's true.
They're really just standing there yelling at each other.
Beyblade was better than that because at least their blades were so strong it destroyed buildings.
But the
You
thing
know-
that didn't make sense about that show is it's completely random who would win.
Yes, you know what show was really good, but no one pays attention to enough is Digimon.
Metabots. Oh, okay.
Oh my
Digimon.
god, yeah.
Yes.
Digimon. Yes.
There is
The
one.
first few seasons, the latest seasons, like I look
Yeah.
at like trailers
Hey.
and stuff on YouTube.
Yeah,
They've
there was
gotten batshit
yeah,
insane.
the
I'm
ones that
excited
were,
about the new season. I
the
don't
original
care.
the original couple of seasons that were connected to the main cast, like even when the torch was passed down, when main cast the seasons that were connected to the main cast got super intense.
And
The
that's
movie was
why-
amazing. I absolutely
Yeah,
love
the
that
movie was
movie.
super cool.
That's why the new season's going to be awesome because the new season is the old characters.
Really?
Wow, really?
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Dang,
Wait,
Have I not
I
heard
have to
about
take a
this?
listen to that.
But do they have the best / worst Digimon in the show?
The cactus.
Cactus?
No.
Yes.
I'm talking,
I would say the cactus.
I love how
Oh.
a cactus turns into like a beautiful fairy.
Yeah, that's
Digimon.
gotta- See, the
A
thing
cat turns into an angel.
yeah. The
Hey.
thing is, like, they tried real too hard with the evolutions. They're like, man,
Yeah.
how do you help Pokemon?
The angels were awesome.
I'm talking about Angemon, by the way. Let me tell you why
Angemon.
he's the best / worst. Remember the first time Patamon evolved into Angemon,
Oh, yeah.
and he does hand to feet, and he kills
Kill.
Devimon. He kills Devimon.
You know what I like is if
And
He's
no
That's
one
true.
cared.
but that's the thing. Like Angemon is like the quintessential, typical kind of cliche. I'm incredibly powerful. I can kill everyone. And the first time you see me, like I straight up murder the bad guy. And then everybody forgets that I can do this, and I just get shit on the rest of the series.
Yeah, there's like
how do you spell it? Angemon? I gotta look this up. I don't remember.
Then he becomes Angemon because that's
Oh,
isn't it
yeah.
Angelmon? I don't think it's Angemon.
It's Angemon. I remember this. Yeah.
Angemon.
Yeah,
Because
that
Angelmon is way too on the nose.
Yeah, it's
And
like
of course, like he's the Pokemon or the Digimon of like the most retarded little kid too.
Yeah. That's exactly
Everybody is like actually cool, knows what they're doing.
Fucking,
Has like shitty Pokemon like the cactus.
is it
And,
Ty?
And like the little boy's like sucking his thumb. He's like, "Oh yeah, kill everybody! You're amazing."
if you just look at the
I
pictures.
don't
of
remember
them-
the kid's name. Was it Ty or is it?
Yeah, it was
But Ty was the main guy.
Ty was the
The-
main
yeah,
dude.
Ty was the main guy. God, what was his
like
name?
Kai and Mimi and Sora and
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah.
Everybody
What
had
I
like
want-
really Asian names.
Matt
and
was
he
my
just
favorite
Matt.
character.
Oh yeah,
I
Matt.
don't care.
I'm just Matt.
You know what?
That was awesome. The guy who had like the fucking like the oh my god. Like the nerdy guy with the fucking
Oh,
like
Joe Kiddo.
yeah. He had like a crazy ass seal that shot like missiles out of his head and shit.
Yeah.
Amazing. And he
I was
turned
about
into like Thor when you look. It's amazing.
and of course with Digimon, I'm so freaking excited if they will ever localize the Cyber Sleuth game that's coming out.
Oh yeah.
You know what I think is interesting is if like your Digimon grows to the highest point, it becomes a mech basically, and you're
Yeah.
just sitting
Basically,
inside of it.
Yep.
They all
So
become
That's-
mechs. That's true.
I would have liked
I did
That
not
would
want
be-
Digimon to Metal
I-
Greymon.
I'd
Like,
basically
why
be
does he have
like
an
an
accent?
abusive father then. He's like, why aren't you leveling up? Type of thing. Because I really want to ride inside of a mech, you know.
Because honest,
that. That's living.
I
Who
have
is
a
that little
confession.
black? Who is that little black Digimon that was a bad guy first and then becomes a good guy?
Demi-Devimon.
Dammy Devimon.
What?
Demi-Devimon.
Let me look that up.
I had
He
I
was
had a
amazing
confession
when he was
about
like the
Digimon.
fully grown vampire guy. He was so suave.
Yeah. And then like right at the end he becomes a good guy and he dual wields like two guns.
I had one of those.
See that series when
What
he
is it?
becomes a good guy, that was the dopest. Like I remember just like watching that last few episodes like gosh, I'm just a kid. How am I supposed to handle this so much? This is
Yeah.
Do you guys remember those little things that you could carry around
The
with you that had like?
thing.
Yeah, I had a Tamagotchi
Yeah, I was
for
gonna say
Digimon.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
yeah, I
Shit
remember.
out of that.
I've
I
never.
like how the
had a
battles
single
were just
one of those.
completely random, but they made it look like you were actually doing
Yeah.
things.
well, that's false.
We would all just sit in the
You'd
courtyard
just
of my
be
friend's
like,
house and
I'm
beat the shit out
fighting
of those
somebody. I lost.
Look, there's the correct order of how you evolve, and the mech is the last
Hello,
one.
Miyoti's Mon.
Look at that. There's a mech at the end.
I'm gonna
Yep.
open that
Yeah.
up for this stream.
Remember Black
because-
War Greymon?
Blackboard Graham one was amazing.
That was my favorite.
Our Emperor Bond when like him and Metal Garurumon like mixed together.
I like
didn't
it.
even
Giant
know that
fucking sword and a
Devimon
cannon for
ended
an
up
arm.
like that.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
He's
Devimon
literally
turned
fighting like
into
thousands of those one dudes in the movie and he's just blowing them up.
Yeah.
And
Badass.
those shows got super intense, and it shouldn't have. It really shouldn't have.
No.
Like
Yeah,
the movie,
super.
they literally had like the whole world was gonna get blown up by nukes by an evil Digimon. This shit's crazy for a kid's show.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like Digimon got a little
It's-
too intense,
it's
and
a
it got
kid
real.
show.
Maybe that's why that show was gone, and Pokemon is still alive because that show got real.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause
okay.
Digimon is like
They're-
huge
they're
in Japan
tackling,
still,
like,
from
real
what I've heard.
things.
But it's for like the Western audience, especially American audience, it's
No.
way too intense.
Yeah, I think Pokemon was smart because they learned the lesson of not being too dark. Because if you guys remember the first season of Pokemon, that was dark.
Yeah, it
Pikachu
was.
got the
But I'm
shit
saying,
beat
what I'm
out
trying
of
to
him,
say
screaming.
is that Pokemon learned its lesson and became light.
That's
And-
what. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
why they're still around.
I mean, after the first Pokemon movie where Ash freaking dies by getting hit by
Yeah.
every
Do
single
you
attack.
know how many of his animals almost died? Charmander almost got killed. All right.
And the noises they made when they were dying were terrible.
I just want Ash to finally wake up and realize like he's got like a whole harem of women
Mhm.
that will just like worship his dick
Yeah.
if he wanted them to, but instead he's like, I'm gonna be the
I
champion.
just want
If
you to
Ash
know.
was cool,
I
he'd
want,
give him
I
Brock.
want you guys to realize that that the world of Pokemon is also a world where Ghostbusters exist because they own Pokemon
That's
that are
true.
ghosts.
That's true.
That's true.
Some of those Pokemon are fucking dark too, like Cubone and shit.
Oh
Yeah.
god,
He
yeah.
wears the skull of his mother.
Like that's metal as fuck, dude.
So there's that theory that Cubone is like a lost Genghis-Khan thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I'm gonna like my mom died, so I'm just gonna pick up her skeleton and use it as armor and go fucking kill people. It's pretty dark.
It's pretty dark.
And this is a kids show.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
I mean,
The
if you-
first
if you
the
guys
first
think about
show where I realized that animes are dope because of the maturity, I think it was this. Well, like Dragon Ball Z, I always thought was just like super action and awesome. I never saw it as super intense until later. But the first one was it was a Gundam show. It was
Oh.
MS Team.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember that one.
I love that one. That ending where I was like, oh shit, his leg was cut off and everything. Man.
If you guys
Just a
think
flesh
about
wound.
it, though, pretty much all the cartoons in the 90s,
Yeah.
they were pretty dark.
Oh yeah.
Krillin-
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays. Oh yeah.
When
No,
Krillin exploded, and
and he explodes.
Dude,
yeah, you
Rocco's
see him-
Modern Life. Everything about that show would none
Ren
of that
and
would fly
Stimpy.
today.
Rocco
dark.
was a hotline sex worker.
Yes, he was.
That's true.
Oh baby, oh baby.
And it's like
oh,
his
baby.
boss's wife would constantly try and have sex with him, like to the point of like almost raping him.
Heifer got like jerked off a couple of times.
Yeah.
We're also ignoring the fact that his best friend was named Heifer,
Yeah, right.
Yep.
and they always visit the choking chicken.
Okay, okay. Now we've gone down this rabbit hole. Let me continue. Okay, so we got SpongeBob openly watching porn on an episode.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember that.
And I was the first time I saw it, I was like, did I just see that? And then so there's that, and then there's
Tenchi
also
Muyo, which was a popular anime, had a bunch of
Oh, yeah,
chicks
Tenchi.
craving for
This
his...
is like the original harem anime.
yeah. There's the Rugrats dad like made docking
One of the Rugrats'
fingers.
parents died. Guys.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
And Grandpa was always watching porn and shit.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
watching.
He was like constantly jerking it in the background. There were so many like innuendos from that. Like, oh, well, how did the kids get out? Like, I was watching my movie. I was a little preoccupied.
I like when people talk about how today's cartoons are kind of mature. I'm like, no, they got nothing. They got nothing.
Come on, like for the shows that
The last episode of the dinosaurs,
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dude.
where they all die.
dinosaurs.
They all die.
They all
don't even-
died.
They don't even have like dignity to just pretend like everything's okay. They show their house get covered in ash, and that's it.
That's
Fuck.
true.
Yeah.
Fuck those creators.
Modern like cartoons and anime, they're pretty mature, but in like different ways.
hmm
Yeah.
I mean, like the big thing recently was Legend of Korra having like the first openly lesbian thing.
The thing
For
is,
what?
the shows that are mature now are like openly mature from the get go. The shows in the 90s, they could fool you. They could be like, oh, it's just a kid show.
What?
Whatever.
Well, yeah.
And
No,
then
no, no.
you're sitting
What
there
type
and
of
suddenly it's
insane
like,
person-
what?
Okay, Ren and Stimpy fooled nobody. All right?
That's true.
There was
Ren and
one.
Stimpy
There
didn't
was
believe.
one
They're
episode.
pretty straight up about it.
I rewatched one episode, and I was just like, my God, because it was about quitting drugs cold turkey, and having and like relapsing, and you're just
Yeah.
like, what?
Remember
Yeah.
the episode when Ren is wearing a saw around his crotch and he just saws
Oh,
a
yeah.
log off of Stimpy's back?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That show was the one that invented the disturbing close-up in cartoons. That show invented that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did.
And God bless him for that, because that's a great thing that I love to see in shows.
And then,
So
like, for a lot of the shows that are on today, like a lot of the writers from the '90s shows are writing for the now
Yeah.
mature shows.
I
Yeah.
love the shit out of regular show and Adventure Time. I think,
Oh, yeah.
and Amazing World of Gumdrop.
and
That
being
show.
Puppy Cat, if anybody watches that.
Which one?
Being Puppy Cat. It's only
I
on
don't know
the
that show,
internet.
but I would like to watch it.
I'll be honest, I've not seen a single episode of any of those shows.
Mm.
Mostly because I don't have cable.
No problem.
Yeah.
Just look online. But The Amazing World of Gumball is incredible. It's my favorite of the new shows.
I think you'll like regular show, Jordan, because
That's what a lot of people
it
tell
has
me.
Childish
Regular
Gambino
show-
on it.
Yeah, one episode, but
One
he's still there.
episode, but
And
still.
yeah, he's still there. But the thing is also it's nothing but 80s references. And
Yeah,
it goes right over the heads of children, but
Yeah.
us, we get it.
Yeah, that's the exact reason why people say that. I would love that show because I make so many 80s references.
And the thing is, like, every episode is structured the same, and that's why I love it, because the first half of every episode is regular enough where they follow, like, this storyline. And then right at the middle, you can time it, right at the middle, it just goes apeshit crazy.
Yeah.
There was one episode where like this, I forget his name, the Mr. Gumball guy, basically this guy was like, these two guys were playing rock paper scissors, and they kept doing it because they wanted to get out of work, and the episode's just them trying not to get into work and keep doing the rock paper scissors. And then this one guy's like, I'm really good at rock paper scissors, let me do it too. So they keep doing it. And in the meantime, the whole time, this guy in the background is like, you can't do 100 in a row or something bad will happen. And they're like, whatever. And then they do it, and it rips a hole in the dimension of time and space. And then this god creature thing is trying to suck up the people and everything. It's awesome. No matter what. Most of the episodes are simple. Where, like, they forgot a sandwich, and they usually end with trans-dimensional demons. One of them is like they want to create a
cool.
Yeah, one of them is like they want to create a viral internet video.
Yeah.
So they just want to jump high on a trampoline. They jump so high they break through the fabric of time and enter the internet, where lost souls are forced to reenact their internet videos forever.
Oh
Oh
God.
my god.
Oh man, that show is the best.
Good.
Yeah, sounds like a show I definitely need to watch.
Yeah, just watch clips on it and you'll like it.
Well.
Really quickly, Jordan.
Yeah.
So the last Odd Thomas book came out.
Oh, that's right. It just came out.
Yeah,
I
the
need to
final
get
one.
that.
So I'm 2 books behind. I own all the books, even the last one, but I'm 2 books behind. So I'm trying to get through the third to last one, so I can get to the second to last one, so I can read the last one.
I believe I'm completely caught up.
Oh, oh man. So there is like a 99% chance he's gonna die at the end.
No, come on. He says in the first book that he wants this manuscript to be released upon his death.
Oh well, then that means he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of don't want to read the book because I know that's gonna happen.
I'm just sad about me going to cry. I will cry.
No, dude, the first one destroyed me. The first book destroyed me.
I knew that was gonna happen. That's why I let you borrow it.
Ugh.
Anyway, Shane, I cut you off. Continue.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, I guess we can probably close out with, what are you guys playing right now? What are you looking forward to? And then, yeah.
I think, as per usual, I should probably go last.
Okay.
Probably.
Uh,
Cody first.
I'll go first. There's not, because mine's short. I haven't really been playing a whole lot of anything. I unsubscribed from World of Warcraft like yesterday. That was kind of, I mean, I really liked Release, and there was actually a thread today on the WoW subreddit about it where everybody pretty much agreed like it was amazing when it came out. The leveling content was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is definitely the most like just lack of anything to do once you get to 100.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, the only thing you really get to do is just like go grind out, literally grind out just by killing mobs, the reputations. Like I think
And
they banked a little
garrison all
bit too
day,
much on
every
the
day.
garrisons. Yeah, that's the thing. Like everything's clearly revolving around the garrison, and like the garrison was cool, and now it just kind of feels like a chore. And they have a new raid coming out really quickly, which is cool. But like if you don't want to do raids, there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
They don't have dailies for you to do. The reputations are there, but all the rewards are terrible and take forever because you just grind
I
out
don't know what
mobs.
they were thinking with the daily thing. Like,
That's Blizzard in a nutshell for you though. Is they don't know what moderation is.
yeah.
Like they always swing the pendulum from one side of the extreme to the other. They're like, hey, people like dailies and Wrath of the Lich King, so let's make a bajillion of them in Mist of Pandaria when it comes out. And everybody was like, this is horrible. What the fuck? There's like 5 factions and oh my, no, this is no too much. So they're
Yeah.
like, fuck you. You don't like fucking dailies? We're not gonna give you any dailies now.
The
In the new
best
expansion, you just have to
daily-
spend like 20 hours grinding mobs.
The best daily
like,
setup they ever
really,
had was in Burning
It
Crusade.
doesn't exist.
Burning Crusade was the best daily setup that they had when they had it on freaking Sunwell.
Yeah, some of it was good, like stuff like that, and even the stuff in Wrath of the Lich King wasn't that bad. But
Yeah.
everything is just like Blizzard and anymore. It's extreme to one side or another. It's the joke everybody makes on the WoW forums is, fun detect it. We must destroy it. Anytime anything happens, it's cool. It's like, oh, fun detect it. We gotta nerf that. We gotta get rid of that. It's just kind of becoming like a little blatant that they're trying to just pull things out as long as they can.
Yeah.
But I did that, and other than that, I've been kind of just playing some indie games here and there.
Welcome to the dark side.
There's this the studio called Amplitude Studios. I believe that's exactly what they're called. I know it's Amplitude something. Really small dev team. I believe they're out of France. They only showed up like in 2012, and they've made 3 games now since then: Endless Space, Dungeon of the Endless, and Endless Legend.
They're
all
all
like-
endless.
Endless.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's always endless, and they all share like a kind of a similar core story. Like there was these people called the Endless, and they died out. It's typical like great, crazy, awesome species that lived a long time ago.
Yeah.
Seeded the galaxy. They die out. Everybody fighting over their technology, and their one home planet of Auriga is like the center of all 3 games. Like in Endless Space, everybody's trying to find Auriga and colonize it, and then in Dungeon of the Endless, you crash on Auriga, and it becomes this whole thing, and you fight all the creatures that live there. And in Endless Legend, it's a fantasy game set on Auriga, where like all the races that the Endless made have evolved over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years, and they're all kind of like fighting each other and stuff. They have this. I absolutely adore every freaking game they come out with. I just picked up Dungeon of the Endless this week, and
Yeah.
it's a roguelike. It's kind of like FTL in a lot of ways, and I don't really like roguelikes, but it's a freaking Amplitude game, so of course I played the shit out of it. And the one thing I do like about them too is because they blew up in a big way because of Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kickstarter, and they have this thing called Games Together, and basically, from what I understand, is like the more money you kickstart to them, you get points and like different brackets, and then you use those points to literally vote on things that they should make in the game. So like, hey, should we do this race or that race? And whichever one wins from all the points, that's the one they make. So it's really cool because a lot of games you get suggestions here and there from the community, and the developer will go like, oh, that's kind of neat, maybe we'll do that. Whereas like literally you get to vote and tell them you're making this, and they go, okay. And I think it's a smart system too, because you know the people who are going to be playing your game are going to like it more because they are actually telling you what they want in the game, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The premise behind those 3 games taking place all around that one sort of planet or whatever reminds me of this book I read called You, just YOU. It's about this a software development company that's trying to create a game, whatever. Anyway, um, each of their made-up games feature like the same 4 characters, but like it traverses like all these different genres. Like there's a stealth one, there's a of course fantasy ones, there's a modern shooter version, but they always use the same like 4 character archetypes, and it's kind of cool.
That's
Anyway,
pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys are like, I mean, their stuff's only on PC, so it's on, on Steam and stuff.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, if you like Space 4X type games, Endless Space is a great game. That's their first one they made, and it's definitely the roughest.
Yeah.
It's come a long way since it came out. If you like roguelikes, Dungeon of the Endless is addicting as hell, and it's got Dungeon of the Endless and then Endless Legend. Both, I feel like they're one of those studios where you can clearly tell like they're a bunch of art people with a handful of programmers, because the artwork in those 2 games is absolutely gorgeous. I think the maps for Endless Legend are all like hand painted and whatnot.
Oh wow.
If you like Civ type games, it's a fantasy civilization type game, but it actually has like story and quests and things that you have to do. So it's really fun, and the map for it is absolutely gorgeous. And then same with Dungeon of the Endless, they have like it's a really beautiful like pixel art type stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah,
That sounds
Cool.
great.
I've been pretty much just like addicted to everything they've been putting out and playing that stuff. So waiting for I would have been playing Grand Theft Auto, but fucking Rockstar.
1 more month.
My whole like
2
January was like, oh yes, Witcher 3 and Grand Theft Auto are coming, woo! And then Witcher got
Delayed
pushed
to
back.
May.
And then, well, first it was March, so I was like, oh, that's okay. And then they got delayed again. And then I was like, oh, well, I still got Grand Theft Auto. And then like a week before it was supposed to come out, they said, no, that's coming out in March too. So March will be awesome, but right now there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
I was so
Sergio.
excited for that.
What am I doing? I'm playing Wolfenstein still. Like it a lot.
I need to play that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll send a new order.
Everybody's
Yeah.
always raving about it.
Yeah,
It's pretty
seriously.
good.
It's good.
They got
Uh,
amazing reviews, so.
It's because it's dope. I'm playing mostly that. If
Okay.
if and when I can, just because a lot of stuff. But really, that's it. That's really it. That's the game I want to focus on because I have way too many games and I need to make it through some of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe we all have that problem.
Yeah, I've made a list of games that that I want to complete, and I've slowly made it shorter and shorter to like, okay, what can I really get done? Is
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
like?
Yeah.
Because then it gets cray sometimes. It gets crazy.
Yeah. Like to get through the backlog thing, the easiest thing to do is to just start somewhere, anywhere, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know
Sure.
what? One game I've been having the urge to play again is XCOM. I've like been
That's a good game.
I love
Very
it.
good game.
I've been wanting to get back into that for some reason, and I won't.
Shadowlands? Not Shadowlands, or is it Shadowrun, that's what I'm thinking. That's And I love the Shadowrun games. The new one that they just kickstarted, it's going to be in China or something. It looks amazing.
Oh.
It's making so much money on Kickstarter. It's ridiculous how much money it's making. I think they were only asking for like 100,000, and now it's close to 1 million.
Jeez.
And they do like every 100,000, they would like add another character or completely revamp the magic or something like that. So
Yeah.
people are just like, take my money.
I think I own Shadowrun, but I've not played it.
The first Shadowrun is really rough. Like, I'll give them that. That was them clearly like, hey, we made all the tech and whatnot, but we're not really sure how to do story yet.
Yeah.
It was a really good, like, fun game mechanics wise, but the story was terrible.
Oh.
And then the new one, Dragonfall is actually an amazing story. They must have hired some writer in the meantime,
Yeah.
because night and day how much better it is.
I mean, if they're getting all that Kickstarter money, like, why not?
Yeah, getting rich.
The only game I'm actually waiting for is No Man's Sky. That's
Oh yeah.
I
That's-
really wonder about that game. Like,
Yeah,
Does
I
it
just feel
really
like it's too
deliver?
ambitious.
yeah,
That they're pretty much promising everything in the kitchen sink, and if they deliver on it, it's amazing. But
if they deliver, I'll never doubt.
they're just like, you're never gonna see another player's planet because there's a trillion planets in the universe, and
Did you see that video
Yeah.
where? Did you see that recent trailer where where it shows gameplay where they jump to another star system, and pretty much he's zooming out and he's passing by like 30 seconds worth of stars that you could travel to, and then just picks this random constellation and goes there. It's like, oh man, that game is intimidating. If
Yeah.
you know,
I-
shoot.
yeah.
It's super intimidating, but I love that idea so
Mhm.
much.
I just
Like,
hope like that it has enough randomization to actually make all those planets feel different.
No, all of them, they're just gonna look like cows. All the
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
They're all
Every
gonna have the
promising
same
cow
shape.
is a cow.
Yeah. This is a cow with spots. This is a cow with stripes.
I like how they're like.
No
cow
spots
has
or stripes.
Two udders.
So in some interviews, they're like basically people are just like, so it's like an MMO, right? You just fly with, but like, whoa, okay, hold on. It's not like an MMO because it's not. Don't worry, it's not gonna be like that. No. And
That
then
was their big thing is like every player is gonna have their own planet. So everyone's like, oh, so it's an MMO and you can go see the other planets. And they were quickly like, oh, there's too many. You'll never see another player on another planet. I'm like, okay.
so what
is
they're
this
saying
MMO
though
or
is that there's basically different servers, or not servers because they don't have servers. There's gonna be just different areas. I don't know what regions or something. I don't know. There's just gonna be different. I don't know computer speak. Different clouds.
Universes.
Different universes. There you go. There's different universes to have the different players because it's just so many players that want to play that game. So the odds of you finding your friend are slim.
And you know what? I'm totally fine with that because when it comes to games like that, I'd rather not deal with people.
Yeah.
Like I just want to have fun by myself.
What's that other
Just, like,
game
out
that's
there
been?
exploring like the randomly generated like words or whatever, and some asshole just shows up in his spaceship and blows your up.
What's that other game that's like still getting funded and it's just like getting $1 billion?
Oh, you're talking about the space one, right?
Yeah, the guy who made
It's on the tip of
Freelancer.
my tongue.
And I still play Freelancer. That game's awesome too.
Yeah, oh, it's the tip of my tongue. I can't remember.
Star Citizen.
Star
Yes.
Citizen.
Star Citizen.
Yeah.
It's just that game. Yeah, like every time I check, like you could check like within 30 minutes. It's like, oh, it's another $1 million.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's when I definitely feel like it's too ambitious because they keep coming out like now they're gonna have like a complete first-person shooter like built into it, and your ships, and you're gonna walk around. And
If we get to
do all this crazy
700
stuff.
billion, we'll put braces on your players.
It'll probably be the most expensive video game ever made by the time it comes
Oh, for
out.
sure.
If we get to
If they
800
deliver on it, it's gonna be
billion,
amazing because like they show like they do have the space stuff, the fighting. They show you can all the customization. They actually showed a prototype of the first person shooter part, and everything looks awesome.
Here's
I
my
just don't know
question.
how you're gonna get that.
You know what?
Final product.
What made me have a crazy feeling in my pantalones was when they showed the first person and they showed that you could see your character's breath fog up just a tiny bit of the
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
helmet.
Everything
was
they have so much detail in everything. I don't know how
That
it's gonna
game
be able to run on anything.
that game is not
like-
gonna work, by the way.
Yeah,
It's not gonna work.
You're just gonna download a 3 terabyte game and then your computer's gonna be like,
Run the
That's what
EXE
I'm imagining.
runs
Is
up your
it's just gonna
computer.
be like 5 terabytes big. You download it,
Your
and then your
computer's
computer
gonna
gets
commit
destroyed.
yeah, your computer's gonna commit harakiri because he can't just do it. So it's
by the time it
gonna.
comes out, they're gonna have like a whole sim style simulator, and you live on your space stations, and then oh, you're not just one ship, you have a whole fleet of ships, and now it's an RTS. It's like
You know, honestly, all I want is Cowboy Bebop the game.
Right?
I just want to travel around in space and like do stuff. You know,
Wasn't
Or
Keanu
Space
Reeves
Dandy.
Cowboy
One or
Bebop?
the other.
don't.
I heard John Wick was really good.
That was a
John
really
Wick
good
was
movie.
good. Mhm.
It had a tiny budget too. I think it's like 20 million.
And because I love Dread, I'm gonna watch Ex Machina because it was written by the same guy.
Mm.
Ex Machina. I have no idea what that is.
Just look it up. It's a movie. It's a
Alright.
British film, so
You
it's
should
like
all
it's
also
kinda-
go watch Kingsman because
Think
it's way
about-
darker than you think it is.
all you gotta do is think about
Have you
Shane
seen it?
Carpenter, and then you'll understand British stuff.
Exactly.
Because he's from Australia, so but they
Close
were
enough.
they were
Close
Penitentiary
enough.
Island. They were Penitentiary Island from a
I'm
colony.
also a
from-
British
One of the
citizen.
worst parts of Britain.
So, is it true that "Hello Mate" is just short for "Hello Inmate"?
Yes,
We
I
finally
still
got-
remember that picture you showed me of your cousin or something. That was an incredible picture of a guy who has neck tattoos.
That's true.
And,
Yeah.
and I was not helping the stereotype of you guys being a prison planet.
That's why I showed it to you, because
I
it
know.
says Australia is a prison.
The next movie is not Escape from LA; it's Escape from Australia.
There's a what is it? A Sci-Fi Channel. And one of their like dozen new sci-fi shows they're working on. They're pre-production for a show that's basically like a modern like America instead of Britain. Like apparently we get so many freaking people in our prisons that we have to go buy Greenland and we just turn
Yeah.
Greenland into a giant prison.
I saw it. It's going so
Why-
bad.
Like gladiator
The
fight.
best part,
it,
the
we
best
get
part
the
of that,
credit.
what you just described to me, was the fact that the U.S. is like, nobody's using Greenland. Let's just buy it.
Nobody gives
Exactly.
a shit about Greenland. Who lives there? Nobody.
Nobody, because it's so cold. I saw
There's
I saw
nothing
that.
green about it.
I saw that one movie with Ben Stiller. Nobody's there.
Yeah.
What's that one movie?
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Yes. That was an interesting movie.
It was a very
could have been better.
interesting
It
movie.
could have been way better.
I don't know. That first trailer really got me, and I was like, man, this movie's gonna be dope.
Like, I still really enjoyed it, but not a lot happened.
Yeah, I liked it, but it could have been better.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know what. I can't say anything, but you know.
I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
Games.
No.
Okay. So basically over the
Yes,
holidays
Diablo.
was catch up time, and I started off with Shadows of Mordor and beat that.
Oh, that's a.
I just
fun
got that
game.
too.
Did GTA
Game
5.
was it.
GTA
I don't
5
think-
though, I'm actually still on and off playing the online part because it's kind of fun.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Which
get
game?
like obsessed with the online on PC. Unless
Which
it
game?
ends up being like Watch Dogs, where it's just everyone is a hacker, like everyone.
Oh, which
There's
game?
no anti-cheat whatsoever in Watch Dogs on PC.
Which game are you talking about?
GTA 5
Oh, GTA 5. Okay.
online, where you can go around and just mind your own business,
Mess
and
around.
then suddenly get shot in the back.
You know,
Beat people up and take their money.
I have
and stuff.
to. I have to settle with my emotions of like I don't really like GTA games. I just think they're fun for half an hour.
See, GTA 5 was the first one that I've enjoyed immensely as a person who previously did not like GTA games.
Like the
Vice
only
City
reason
is
I
the best thing ever. Y'all are crazy.
Yeah. The only reason I beat all the other GTA games, 3, San Andreas, Vice City, and all those other ones, is because I felt like I was obligated to do that.
You know what's a better GTA game than GTA 5?
Red Dead
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
that
yeah,
game was good. Like that was a great game.
I still haven't played it. I own it.
Then
oh my
you're a
God,
fool.
it's such a great game.
That was like the first thing I bought for my PS3, and I still haven't played it. I need to.
Hey, how's it? Hey,
Everybody's like, it's
Cody,
amazing.
Cody. Hey, Cody. How's it feel to be an idiot?
I I've just like I don't know. I just never got around to play it.
Well, really, it's just because it hasn't been on the PC. That's why.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There
I'm
you
not
go.
even mad. Like that's literally why I would play the
Yeah.
shit out of that game if it was on PC.
I know.
I was surprised it never did come to PC.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly what I read, like there was a supposed insider who said that Rockstar, or at least that particular studio of Rockstar, is just like terrible at programming, and it got so far behind and convolted. Like the whole game is just it's a miracle it fucking runs. So when it came to the idea of porting it, they're just like it's fucking impossible. We don't even know what half the code does.
They were just like, you fucking do it.
Dude.
It wasn't so much Rockstar not wanting to do it. It was just like literally, we have no idea how this engine even works.
This game is just like
just-
stapled together,
Shit
and
just comes out, and somehow we got horses in the game. That's all we know.
somehow we made a game of the year.
I want to say Red Dead was made by Rockstar San Diego.
It was.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I actually
Like that was a lead studio, but it was with other studios too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway.
I had a game
And that's the thing
design
with like the
teacher
Rockstar Studios.
at Palomar College who actually worked for Rockstar San Diego. And he
Nice.
always complained that they had shitty programmers. So it makes
Yeah.
sense.
When I worked for GameStop, we would always get this one guy who would always come by, and he would just be like, oh, we're just working on this stuff, blah blah, and it's like, all right, fine, whatever.
Top
Like
secret.
he told us about GTA 5 like way before
Yeah.
anything, and I was like, so
I feel
how?
like
So
GTA is like the one like one of the very few franchises where it's like okay to leak stuff like that because
Yeah.
you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just like to.
The only game I
this
really
dude's
asked-
walking around telling, like, dropping off, like, all these secrets about stuff
yeah,
he's gonna be talking about. But he
the
just
one.
does not care at all.
The one game I only asked one time about a certain game, and that was like, hey, so are you guys doing like Max Payne 3 or what? And then and eventually he was like, yeah, we're doing it. It'll come out sometime. And then
That
it
was a
came out,
really
and it was
good
awesome.
game. Yeah, that was a really and a really good port too. That's
Yeah.
why I feel like it's a 50-50 shot at how Grand Theft Auto is going to turn out on PC because if it's the people who did the last Grand Theft Auto, we're fucked. It's the people who did Max Payne. Max Payne was amazing.
Good.
It was such a good port. So,
I love that game. Even
Yeah,
though
it
it
was
was more like
fantastic.
Man on Fire than
I
anything.
played that whole game in like one night. I was like, oh, I'm gonna
That
play
game
it
is
for
like
an hour or two.
That game is a 20-hour game.
No, not me, man. I stayed up for like 16 hours straight. I played it all. And
That's almost 20 hours. That's why.
I was seriously. It was like 4 in the afternoon the next day, and I was like, I hadn't eaten in like 8 hours. I was like shaking, but I was like, this is so good.
So good.
Oh my god,
I
the game
love
was
they had-
amazing.
See, the thing is, like that was the first game that Rockstar did that had an open, like they made music for the game, because
Yeah.
the rest of them were just like Grand Theft Auto games, literally.
Yeah.
So when that soundtrack hit, it was great. So like when you get introduced
Thank
into
you,
the
Hal.
Slums, like that's one of the coolest transitions ever, and that game was great. I really
See, I
loved it.
didn't play the first 2 games. That was my first. I think that was part of it too. Like I wasn't
Mhm.
expecting how awesome this character is.
Yeah, I was wondering how they would pull it off because that game was in development forever, and then they were
Yeah.
just like, you know what, just let us do our thing because we're gonna make a good game, and they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people don't play that game because it's a single player game. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, it has multiplayer in it, but really, it's a single player game.
It came out in
So-
that kind of like era of like 2 or 3 years where just like every game was tacking on really shitty multiplayer.
Yeah, and I think that's why it kind of suffered.
Yeah.
So,
See,
so I beat those 2 games, but right now I'm actually playing Dragon Age
Mm-hmm.
because I'm
Yes.
finally getting around to it.
Yes.
It's really good. I like
I
it
will
Game
so
of the
far.
year. Goaty.
I will never play that game, and it's not because I don't want to. It's because I will never have the time to finish it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's a-
I'm struggling at the moment because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put in like an hour or 2 every night, and so far it's proving to not be anywhere near enough time. So,
Yeah.
I'm
What zone are you in now? Are you still in like the hinterlands?
still in the Netherlands.
Yeah, well, that's the problem though. Is you gotta be careful. Is like that game has terrible MMO syndrome. I
Yeah.
feel like it kind of like
I
it's
am
good that
getting
it's
it.
supposed
I'm
to
like,
be.
I have to finish every quest.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Hinterlands, you can easily spend like half your levels worth of like because there's only like 25, 30 levels. You can easily get to like 15 to 17 just in Hinterlands, and it will fuck up the game because there's no scaling. A lot of people, there was like a huge PSA on the Dragon Age subreddit, like, leave the fucking Hinterlands, just get out of there, people, leave.
Yeah.
People
I
were
mean,
like,
I
doing,
tried to
everyone was
leave
doing
the
it every
Hinterlands
single
already.
quest, and then they'd go to the next zone, and everything was like level 8, and
Yeah.
they were level 15.
Don't get me in my
That's,
zone.
That's
that's
my
my
thing.
one big
I was like,
criticism of them.
alright, I'm gonna leave the Hinterlands, so I'm gonna go to the bog or whatever. And then level 8's fucked me over, and I was like, never mind. I'm going back.
That's my one big criticism of BioWare is for whatever reason they're obsessed with, no, we're not having scaling enemies. It's a terrible idea. And it's always
Hey,
a problem because of
if
that.
you're gonna act like a bitch, then stop playing the game.
Also,
That's their
I'm
philosophy.
also
It's like, if you
playing
get-
this game,
Did you buy it?
Grey Goo.
Yes.
I heard
remember
it was pretty good.
Is it good?
It's good. I will say it's good. Now, here's the thing. It's good if you like the old Command and Conquer games.
I was
You
about to
love
say
the
it.
It's made by
Command
those
and Conquer games.
guys.
It's good for
I was
you.
about to say it reminded me of it.
It is. It's from Westwood, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks
It
for
looks
Pretty
like
much all the devs are from Westwood.
it
Yeah.
basically looked like Tiberium Wars because when your people died, they turned into that weird goo stuff.
Yeah.
You know what's
That's
crazy?
one
is
faction, but yeah.
the language the one alien race speaks, like they came up with an entire freaking language for these guys. It was like some dude on Reddit they were like, hey, we need somebody to help us make a language for our game, and this guy was just like, I'm your fucking man. Entire fucking like language and shit. I may have may or may not checked out to see if it was available on pirating ways, and I haven't pirated it myself, but the comments, because a lot of pirate stuff anymore comes from Russia,
Yeah.
and a lot of times the Russians are too lazy to like make it in English, or you have to like edit files to put it in English or whatever. So when the game first launches, correct me if I'm wrong, they speak in that alien language, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Like every comment, it was like, "This is bullshit. It's stuck in Russian. What the fuck? I can't get it to be in English." And finally, somebody was like, "You dumb shits. It's not Russian.
It's an
It's an
alien
alien
language.
language."
Yeah. That makes
And
sense.
everybody was just like extremely pissed off. They're like, "I can't. I've done everything. It won't go into English." And people are like, "You fucking dumb shits. Skip the cinematic and find out."
Only thing I would say is, being that it's like Command and Conquer, it's slow. So don't expect it to be like StarCraft, where you can like fucking do a million things at once, and you have to be all over the screen. You have to click the mouse as fast as you can. No, it's not.
Well,
it's not
that's
like
good.
that.
That's good because I can't do that at
Yeah.
all.
This
Yeah,
game,
that's really where the community is splitting, because people are like, "This game is shit because it's not crazy retardedly fast," and then there's people like us who are just like, "That's
this
why I like
game
this."
is for reintroducing real-time strategy games to people, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's for reintroducing the genre and getting people back into it, versus how it has been for like the last few years, where, do you know how to click really, really fast? No? Fuck off. You can't play it.
Yeah.
Yep. Literally why I don't play StarCraft.
Did any of you
Yeah.
guys see that movie Free to Play?
I have not.
No.
It's on. All of you own it. It's on Steam. They just gave it.
Yeah, I
for
do
free.
Oh.
own it. I think I bought it. I just never
Okay.
watched it.
No, like you don't even have to buy it. They just gave it away. They're like,
Oh.
here,
Oh.
we made a movie.
Oh, is
And
that the one from Valve?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. There was another one that I bought for like $5. I never watched.
I know what you're talking about. But
Yeah.
that movie was pretty good. I thought it was interesting, and it was showing the whole, the first Dota competition
Hmm.
or Dota competition. And it was interesting. It was an interesting thing, and where you're just watching these people like click like insane people.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
I
ever see
can-
like a keyboard of like a Korean StarCraft player, it's just like their hand. It
Yeah.
looks like they're just.
They do
rolling
those
their hands
cams at the championships where they're like right over the head of the Korean players, and you can just see them being like, what are you
Yeah.
doing with your hand?
Yeah. I think
Uh,
I read that it was like the big difference between like Westerners and Korean people is like Westerners just chill the fuck out when something's not happening. They slow down,
yeah.
whereas like Koreans see it as like you can't afford to slow down because that will cost you like 5 milliseconds, and like a whole unit can die in that
Well,
time.
Koreans
So even
have
like at the
training
start of the game
camps.
when like nothing's happening, you only have to click like once every 2 minutes.
Well, remember,
They're still
Koreans actually have like legit
bored.
training camps.
Oh, they
And
do.
fucking spend like 24 hours a day training and do all this other
They have
ridiculous
like
shit.
multiple fucking TV channels. They're just 24/7 StarCraft.
Jeez.
Their Super Bowl is basically like
StarCraft.
it's StarCraft.
Yeah.
They have like fill up giant stadiums and shit full of people just go see somebody play.
Well,
Me,
you gotta
me
admire the
watching-
dedication.
Yeah.
Me watching a game of StarCraft played competitively is all dependent on how good the commentator is.
Yeah. Commentators make all the difference.
Definitely.
Because I will not watch it. That's why I don't watch it on Twitch or anything like that, because I need a commentator that's good.
Even Hearthstone, you have to have a really good commentator, which is something I do watch now, live streams of. 'Cause it's
Okay, so
hilarious.
I have to speak something that's on my mind real quickly.
What?
So I've been hearing about these people talking about Nintendo wanting a little slice of the pie from people streaming their videos.
Yes.
Oh.
Like the guy PewDiePie.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Really.
Yeah.
Just let Nintendo have their tiny thing, whatever.
Yeah, like
And the thing is, like, he's acting like he's gonna go broke because he has to give this tiny thing to that. No, it's okay.
He's not going to go broke. He has a billion other games that he plays.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, like what he's ignoring is the fact that it's just Nintendo games,
Yeah.
and Nintendo only comes out with X amount of games during the year, while there's like 5,000 other developers.
And the thing is, like, they're making money off of other people's work
Yeah.
Yeah.
too. So like they have to
I
keep
think
that
to
in
play
mind.
devil's advocate though, I think it's just some people are a little scared of it just because they see it
Oh,
as
yeah.
like, give a mouse a cookie. Because
Yeah, no.
Nintendo's been really shitty about stuff like that in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, to most people who aren't like involved in like not actually making money off their games right now, like it's actually really good that they're like calming down because
Mhm.
they've been really shitty in the past about like Super Smash Brother.
Yeah.
Very
Mhm.
true.
There was that one big tournament they were having like a couple years
They
back, and
cold
they had to
Smash
like
Bros.
shut down.
Completely.
It was Evo.
Mhm.
But
Yes,
they're
this
like,
is true.
they're
This
like
is
no Smash at Evo. Like, are you kidding me? It's Evo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, so this is actually pretty progressive for them.
Yeah. I mean, now like Nintendo helped out. Was it Apex 2015, which is a Smash Bros. Tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Man, they went through some shit. Oh
Yeah,
my
they
god.
did.
That first day was just absolute chaos.
The, just
Team
part of
menus
the roof collapsed. Like,
Yeah, there was like a fire or something, or at least like a fire alarm, and they had
Yeah,
to
fire alarm
lost
went off.
like
yeah.
a whole room and shit. Oh my god, I was reading about this like, and that's just the stuff that happened there. Like I was reading on Reddit, they've gone through so much hell just getting the thing set up with like stalkers and people sending death threats and shit.
Yeah.
It's a freaking video game, people. Jesus.
Speaking of this, you guys remember hearing about the Counter-Strike tournament scandal?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
that was big. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some bad stuff. And the guy did it like twice or 3 times in a row.
3 times.
You know, it's,
I think.
yeah.
But
That's the thing though. Like if like the Counter Strike subreddit has been calling these people out for months, and Valve has been really slow.
yeah.
It's if you pay attention to like, the way they handle Counter Strike versus Dota, like it's very clear who the redheaded stepchild is. Like we're okay taking your money for the keys of all like the things you have to unlock and your knives and stuff like that you all like to spend, but when we have to actually do something for Counter Strike, they move at a snail's pace. Whereas
Yeah.
Dota, they're like immediately on top of that.
Dota's definitely their cash cow at the moment.
So I need to tell you guys that I play games with a gamepad on the PC because I want to be comfortable. I don't give a fuck what people say about mouse and keyboard.
That's fine.
To that testament, I've been kicking ass on Counter Strike with a gamepad, and they don't even.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like
That's actually,
top 5
that's
in each
impressive.
That's
top
very
5
impressive.
in every single game, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, because I mean, especially Counter Strike, that is the quintessential
Yes.
like Twitch
Yeah, and
house.
that's why I was like, I think I'm playing dumb people.
You're probably playing dumb
There's,
people
there's also
because
there's also that, yeah.
for people to lose.
Because there's no reason why I should be doing as well as I am.
Yeah,
None at all.
Or maybe, Sergio, maybe you're just a badass.
Yeah.
Maybe.
maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. And then my brother, who's like super good at Call of Duty and all that stuff, came down and he's never played a PC game. And I was like, watch out, those people are playing with mouse and keyboard. You don't mess around. And then he just was the number one every single round.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
'cause,
I'm
I mean, if you know what you're doing, then you know what you're doing.
yeah,
True.
he was like sensitivity up to fit 28, and here we go.
It's funny though, like when I play stuff like Battlefield, like I can easily be in the top 5 and whatnot. But then I play Counter Strike, I'm fucking terrible at that game.
Man, I love Counter Strike.
So
bad. Dude, I love
I
It's
love
so
it. It's
fun.
a fantastic game, but I'm horrible at it.
I know. It's my brothers are more of a Battlefield, but I love Counter Strike. It's so much fun.
I used to play the, like
That's the other
Source.
game I was playing a lot. Is Counter Strike, by the way.
Yeah, Counter Strike Source. I used to play fucking Office like every day. We would go on, and I would just be an idiot with the P90 and just run around. That's all I would do. That was my jam. Put sprays on the wall like retarded shit.
Oh yeah, that
I'm
was
That was
essential.
I'm like a fan of any pistol. I don't know why, and I down them, and I think I always think it's hilarious that I kill anyone who uses any other weapon. Like they are like you let me kill you.
Yeah,
That's the thing though in Counter Strike is the pistols are actually really good.
Yeah.
yeah, they
Not
are.
like most games where pistols
God forbid I
God
get a
awful.
Desert Eagle in my hand, and I will
are. Oh yeah. Release the hounds.
release the
So-
hounds.
Granted, I don't know what's Counter Strike like now because I've always just played 1.6. That was always my jam. But yeah, Counter Strike's great. Anyway,
Wrapping
You're-
up my
Yeah.
stuff, and then we'll move to Jordan. Grey Goo,
Yes.
buy it.
Very good.
It'll be awesome if you want to get into it.
I'm glad that like I know somebody who bought it now because I'm like I'm in a really. How far? Like, have you beat the campaign or what's up with that?
I've gotten halfway through the Goo factions campaign.
Okay.
It's pretty good. One thing I will
What's like a
mention is if you
typical-
go above easy, like even normal difficulty, it will whoop your fucking ass. The
How long is, like, a
difficulty is
typical
not
mission?
messing around.
I read somewhere I thought people said it was like 45 minutes a mission.
Yeah, around about.
I'm okay.
But
that-
you have
that-
to keep in mind, it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys played Dawn of War 1.
I have.
Most of
I
your
have the
most of your
second
fun
one.
is
I
going
don't
to
have
come
it.
out of the after you played the campaign, doing the comp stomps, where
Mm-hmm.
you can just play with your friends and fuck around with the computer.
Okay.
So
I might have to go grab that because yeah, that looks like my kind of game.
it's a good game.
I've hated that, like we were talking about, just how all the modern RTSs anymore are just retardedly like you have to just be insanely quick.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
it's base
definitely
building, which I
good.
like.
Yeah, you
Um,
don't get that a lot. Surprisingly, you think that's like a requirement for an RTS, but Dawn of War 2, what the hell's a base?
I fucking hated that about Dawn of War 2. They got rid of the base building. I'm not gonna rant about it.
There's
Um,
there's one news thing I wanted to mention. Can I mention it real quick?
Yeah.
Alright, so they haven't officially announced it, but it's pretty much the cat's completely out of the bag because it got spoiled in their new book they put out. But they're making a Total War
Oh
Warhammer
yeah,
Fantasy.
I saw that. It'll be
Oh,
interesting
yeah,
to see how it turns
I
out.
don't know if my body's ready for that.
Well,
It's not like I'll get to play it, because if it's just like all the other Total War games, it's gonna run like
I'm
absolute
cautious about it because I don't want it to turn out like Rome 2, which was a total piece of shit compared to the first Rome.
shit. Yeah, they changed so much of just like the mechanics and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like Rome 2 is definitely one of those like, hey, we're making a sequel to something, so we need to change everything just so that we can say we changed it.
Yeah.
Cough Vista, cough Windows 8.
Cough. Dawn of War 2. Cough. um,
I just liked it because there's not enough fantasy Warhammer games.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved Warhammer Online. That was a fantastic game.
it is funny that Warhammer 40k kind of became the popular one when the fantasy Warhammer was actually the first one, but
Yeah.
that's how it went, I guess.
Because Space Marines, that's why.
I mean, well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta say.
Space Marines. That's true.
Space Marines are kind of amazing. I like the Tau, but Space Marines are also awesome.
And finally, what I'm looking forward to is Bloodborne. All right, we're gonna go into Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm playing right now, like literally right now, I'm playing Metroid Fusion on my Wii U. I just finished playing Super Metroid. I recorded that entire thing. I'm gonna start putting out videos for it.
Nice.
I'm also currently playing the Resident Evil HD remaster, which is
Nice.
just fantastic. It's just as I remembered, and it's great. It looks nicer.
I feel like that came out of nowhere. Am I
Yeah.
wrong? Was it like announced a long time ago?
It was announced like months and months ago, but
Okay. I mean, I just don't pay attention because all of a sudden, just one day, I saw like, "Hey, this is out." I'm like, "Wait,
Well,
what?
it's like
Yeah, it was-
Resident Evil? What?"
it's like
it was also a really
Revelations.
odd thing. It's
Revelations
a really odd thing
2?
to get remastered.
Revelations 2. I
Oh, yeah,
didn't know it was
Revelations
coming
2
out
is
in like
coming out.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
So,
I saw it on
well,
Steam. And I was just like, "What?"
Yeah.
like that's definitely a game I'm looking forward to, but I still need to play through the first one,
Mm.
which I have. I just haven't played it yet.
I've never played a Resident Evil game. I should at some point.
If you're gonna play a Resident Evil game, I would say play the HD remaster. It's on PC as well, and Resident Evil 4 also on PC.
I watched. I think it was like Resident Evil 5, whichever
Something
one
like
where they had like the whole world was getting destroyed because they were shooting like rockets around the world that were.
That
filled
was
with-
6. That's Resident Evil
That's
6.
6? Okay.
and that's
I watched
terrible.
Jesse Cox play that, and that was hilarious to watch him play that because I, just like him, had no fucking idea what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
I was just like, maybe I should play a Resident Evil game, and then I watched that. And I was like, what the fuck?
No, it got off the rails when it hit 5, and then 6 just. I
It's
don't know
basically the
what's
movies now.
Yeah, it turned into the movies.
Yeah.
Let's see. So yeah. Oh, I also just started playing Grim Fandango remastered.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Because
now
that's a
that
game-
I feel like came out of nowhere. I didn't see anything.
Yes. That yeah. Like that. No, that's a game that I've always heard so many great things about, but I never had an opportunity to play it.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those like cult classic type games.
Well, and you
Yeah.
literally couldn't play it because it wasn't available anywhere else.
That too.
That makes it a little hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I like about it is as you're playing it with the, the HD textures or whatever, you can switch to the original look.
That is cool.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
just on the fly, just as
Didn't
you're
they
walking
do
around.
that with
switch.
when
Halo.
we made Halo? Yeah,
Yes.
that was a very cool idea. I like that.
Yeah. Speaking of Halo, I'm gonna be starting that on the Master Chief Collection finally. It's just been sitting in front of me
Hey.
for the longest time.
It's okay because now it's actually playable
it's
from what I've
fixed,
heard.
yeah.
Whereas it wasn't.
Yeah, like that's part of the reason why I was like, I'm not gonna touch it because apparently you're just not working well.
Yeah, man, they had a terrible release.
A
Yeah.
lot of
That
games
Assassin's
had
Creed
terrible
were like the
releases.
same week. Yeah, that was like they both came out the same week, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is going on? Everything is
Yeah.
terrible."
Oh God. I was also playing Sunset Overdrive, which is a very fun game, but I feel like I'm just not in the mood for that kind of a game.
Yeah,
I get that from a lot of people that I talk to. Like even my coworkers at work are like, "Oh, I got that Sunset Overdrive game on my Xbox. I don't really like it that much." So.
Yeah, like I got it and I was like, oh man, this is really fun. And then like about 45 minutes later, I was like, okay, cool. And I've never turned it back on.
one of those games.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if I've given it like a sufficient chance yet. So I was thinking about just going back to it and seeing if my opinion has changed.
That seemed like one of those games you had to play a little while to get used to it.
Yeah. Another game on Xbox I was enjoying was Volgar the Viking. It's a nice little indie game.
Oh, I wanted to play that one.
Yeah, it's like playing ActRaiser, and it's basically like playing ActRaiser. That's a fun game. What else was there? Oh, of course, there's Smash Bros.
Mm.
which I play religiously, like at least an hour every day.
I play that on my 3DS.
Yeah.
It's still really good on 3DS.
Hmm.
I don't own a 3DS, but I borrowed a coworker's 3DS so I can play it on 3DS. So that's the thing I did. Oh yeah, so the Metro Prime trilogy just came out, so I'm going to be playing those games again because I don't know. I've been wanting to play older games just again recently. I'm not sure why.
Because they're good.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it comes down to. A lot of stuff recently hasn't been that great.
Yeah, I think just because there's so many.
Have you guys? Are any of you gonna be getting Dying Light?
Yes, I'll probably eventually pick that up. I just didn't want to do it right off the bat because I'm trying not to buy as many games as I did last year. That's
It's gotten pretty decent reviews, and two of my friends, I've been watching them play it co-op, and it looks like it's pretty neat.
I
yeah.
probably will, but in a couple of years.
Yeah, right.
Like basically, it just sounds like the best version of Dead Island mixed with Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm into that.
I can't help but laugh at the concept. It was like, hey, we made a zombie game, and people didn't like it that much. What should we do? Let's make a zombie game.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
hey, if you know what you're doing, just keep doing it.
From what I've
Yeah.
read about it, the story is better. One, the story is better than Dead Island.
Oh yeah, from what I've seen of my friend playing, it's worlds better.
Two, gameplay-wise, adding the whole Parker jumping around shit has made it way more entertaining.
Yeah.
And the whole day-night cycle has made it more challenging and actually fearful for at least the first chunk of the game.
Yeah. So over on PS3, I'm playing Metal Gear Solid, the first one, because it's fantastic, and I want to play through all the Metal Gear games again before Phantom Pain comes out.
When do you think Phantom Pain will come out, Jordan?
I am going to say Phantom Pain's going to come out. Well, they're going to announce it for sure at E3, but it's probably, if it's coming out this year, it's going to come out probably in October.
You know what probably will come out this year?
What?
Star Wars Battlefront 3.
Oh.
Because
they've been heavily hinting that.
They've been heavily hinting that, and it's really just because Episode 7 is going to come out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
You
capitalize
gotta
on
have
that
a Star
money.
Wars game. Yep.
Chris Pratt, Indiana Jones,
Oh yeah.
like that.
I do
And
like
new
that.
Jurassic Park, man.
I also like that Chris Pratt should just be cast as every member of the Ghostbusters in the reboot.
That I would be
Not
fine
gonna
with
mention the female Ghostbusters cast. Nope.
That was
I like those actresses. I think they're going to be good.
I like those actresses, but remaking Ghostbusters is not
They're
necessary.
they're not. Just to be clear, they're not remaking it.
They're not remaking it, but they're casting freaking Bill Murray as Vink what's his name?
They're not casting anyone as Bill Murray. They're casting new characters
Yeah.
that exist in the same
casting
universe.
Bill
No,
Murray
I want
as
them
the bad guy.
to cast somebody as Bill Murray.
I don't.
I play Bill Murray.
He's not even playing his character. It's just Bill Murray.
Right, exactly. You play the guy playing the character.
Well, isn't the rumor that
But-
he's actually going to be playing the douchey
The
guy
ghost.
from the first movie? The one that was trying to close them down?
No, that's gonna be a girl. That's gonna be a girl's gonna play a new person trying to shut them down.
Oh, okay.
So they're just really banking on the female thing, which I have nothing against that. It's just
Here's
why does it still have to be 3 white people, 1 black person?
Right, they had to keep that
Because
going.
that's tradition.
here's what I have against it: the
Hmm.
possibility of them remaking the theme song.
Oh
No.
God, it's
No.
gonna be a rock version.
It's gonna be dubstep.
I'm fine with that.
Do not mess with the theme song for Ghostbusters.
Skrillex, standing at Skrillex, and he's gonna do it.
It's
They're gonna get Dead Mouse 5.
See, Dead Mouse, that would actually be fine with Skrillex.
No. Hey, you got it. It's Dead Mouse 5
Dead Mouse 5.
because he uses a 5 instead of an S. Dead Mouse 5.
Or they should just,
Well, technically-
Actually,
Dead
it'll
Mouse
be
5.
Kanye West featuring Jay-Z.
Oh, so there's a sketch me and a couple of my friends are writing, and it's Kanye doing stand-up, and it's wonderful.
Well, guys, I don't know if you knew this, but Kanye West is working with this this new artist. He's a little upstart named Paul McCartney. Did you guys see that?
Yes, I saw
Look,
that, and it was
Who's this
terrible.
Paul McCartney guy? Like, he's gonna be big for his age. Like, what are you talking about?
Who's what's his name?
Who's this Paul
Not-
McCartney
not-
character?
Not T-Pain. Who's the other producer that makes a lot of awesome
Timbaland?
people? Timbaland and the guy from Audio Slave made an album once. That didn't
What?
turn out so great.
Well, you have me intrigued.
You know the lead singer of Audio Slave, right?
Yeah.
He was also the lead singer of Soundgarden. But anyway, they made an album together, and it's just the weirdest thing
Chris
ever.
Cornell made an album with Timbaland. Okay.
Yes, that's his name, Chris
you
Cornell.
know, you know who the world doesn't talk about enough?
Tattoo?
Savage Garden.
Savage Garden.
I had enough of Savage Garden with my dad playing their album all the time.
This is not the life. I don't remember
And
that.
some sweet ass music videos, man.
Tattoo?
They did.
Good music videos.
The novelty
really
wore off quickly because people were like, oh, they're actually manipulating us with the girl kissing girl stuff.
But it's working.
It still works.
Jeez, man.
They're not around anymore, really.
Oh, right.
Jordan.
Yeah, so PS3 playing Metal Gear Solid again. I'm gonna start playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night because that's a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
What else was there? Over on Vita, I started playing Chrono Trigger because it's another game that I just love.
I've only played it up to this point where I get into this castle or this church.
Oh, that is literally the beginning of the game.
Yep, and I stopped. It's not because I didn't like it, it's just because like I don't know what to do. Off.
Yeah, you have to go to the piano and play it. Then
I know I'm
Totally
inside there, but I don't know what to do inside.
Oh, kill everything.
I kind of like wandered around like, well, that's about it. So
You just have to kill everything. Yeah, like I'm not.
Secret of Mana. That's what I want to play.
I'm kind of staying away from newer stuff.
Good.
Just because I wanna like retrace like my gamer DNA, you know.
Mine starts with DC Online.
Starts
starts
and ends with DC Online.
No, it ends with Metal Gear Solid 5.
Okay. So after Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out, you're gonna die again?
Yes, I will pass away in my sleep.
Oh yeah, also Bayonetta. Bayonetta 2. There we go.
There you
That I believe that's everything.
Okay. Alright. So thank you for listening and or watching, depending on where you are perusing this podcast. And we will see you next time with an actual name. Okay.
Yeah.
That was like an incredibly abrupt ending, I'm just gonna say.
Yes.